This week on the show, we're featuring Lepidolite, moss agate under the microscope, black foam filler on Why'd I Buy That, 12 new jokes, and now with impact grade reinforcement. You're sturdy. I didn't eat any Thanksgiving leftovers. I quit cold turkey. Now I just gotta make sure I don't ham it up. Thanks to Colette for that last tag. Let's start the show. I'm gonna let this beautiful bean footage roll a little bit while I get things ready. It's actually not a whole lot to shaping this gem. Love Lepidolite. Goes together so well. Very friendly and space-like. Yeah, that orange stone's the orange selenite. And then this is the white jade from last week. Look at the sparks. That's when you know it's hard. The real star is the saw blade. I mean, sure, it's a sturdy motor, okay? And it's a straight motor. And it is a tile saw, so it can handle all the water and all that. I'll give it that. Harbor Freight made a pretty rugged saw. It's not very well designed because it gets water everywhere. And if I try to take the water guard off, I can't use the whole blade for the saw. It's way better to use the 10-inch saw because it sprays the water down into the tub. Way better. And I'm holding the stone under the blade so I can see it better. Other than that, yeah, it's a good saw. And mostly, like I say, that blade, ooh. Here's the thing, get ready for this one. The blades they sell at Harbor Freight are the cheaper end ones. They're $18. More expensive end, maybe $25 at the most for a 7-inch saw blade. This is actually a 6-inch saw blade. This is a gem cut thin kerf saw blade. And it's only $12. It's smaller, but that's okay. I'm cutting gems with it. I'm not cutting giant tiles. And actually, I do cut tiles with it. Oh, it's a beautiful blade, and it's cheaper. It's cheaper. And the kerf on it is like it's less than 1/3 of the kerf of the actual 7-inch blade. Hi, Christina. Good to see ya. Welcome to the show. Hope you're ready for a great week. Look at the space on this, like, space gem. It's a galaxy. We gotta get the microscope cam ready. Let me get it out. You guys are awesome. I'm glad you made it. Oh, Christina, time goes so fast. I was gonna come back to New York in March. Can you believe it's already been a year? Which reminds me, I have more salsa. We need to get you some more salsa. That stuff helped me drive out there. I'm telling you. I am telling you. I do my crossovers around this time, so usually I'm busy. Today I'm going to obviously do it later, because I was like, I'm going to watch... Aww. You're so sweet. I'm like, I'm going to talk to Christina and Sun Ghost Squad and Colette S. And all you fantastic YouTubers. Wonderful. I haven't been going live much this year. I counted, I've got like 21 gems, and I should be up to like 50 or 46 gems by now. So I'm like, if I stick with it, 1 gem a week, I will basically do half the gems I should have this year. It's terrible. It's terrible. That means like my collection has half the amount of gems. I've finished half the amount of gems. I've done half the amount of shows. It's terrible. And before you know it, a year's gone by. And that's where we are. That's where we are. That's where we are today. Singing to my lovely audience. I said I was going to stop doing that, didn't I? Yeah, you're not the only one. People were all like used to things being slower from the last couple of years, and it's like last year, people at the beginning of the year, people were still like, "Oh, is it gonna be a thing this summer? The thing that we don't talk about anymore." And it wasn't, and people were starting to get out and stuff. And then this year, it's like nobody even talked about it at all. And I actually saw an ad from, it was like one of those Facebook memories. It was a Facebook memories post from a business. And they were like, check this out. Remember when we did curbside? By the way, we don't do curbside anymore. And they didn't mention a single thing about the thing that was bad for business. For the small business. It was pretty good for big business. I mean, apparently. I don't know. I didn't benefit from it, so. But I did benefit from this gemstone. Man, this thing is cool. Gotta get the microscope cam fired up. What do you guys do this week? Hey, oh, hey, what do you got planned for this week that is going to help you make it a great week? You know what I'm going to do? Cut some gems. Yeah, you saw that coming. Oh, you did some comedy moments. Oh, you got to post your link, or I got to go get it for you. Cause yeah, I got to see those. Boom. There we are. All right. Hey. Oop, oh, there's the chats. Moving the chats around. Come on, Jacob. You're supposed to be more responsible than that. Zinc. There we go. Yeah. I tried to polish the orange peel down, but it just gets worse. It gets better and then it gets worse. So you gotta kind of find a nice even layer and kind of polish loosely. I should buff it, because that would go down into the pits and polish the pits out. It has a little bit of depth to it. It does actually shine light through it, but it's only in the daylight. For the most part, it is a dark gem. I can't believe that I got this point. Look at that point. And that has not busted off on me yet. It's got a little chip in the end of it. But I don't think that's going to matter, because I'm going to bezel mount this thing anyway. And what that means is I'm going to take and wrap a bunch of metal around it in a circle. And then mount it on a necklace or something that way. Because this is about how big it is. That's the size of the gem. It's like there. Yoop. Got the character there and some divots. You turn her around, it's mostly just dark purple. And that's the color of it in the webcam there. That purple color, that's the color it is. It does pass some light through it, so it has like depth. You can look down into it a little, just not too much. Going to say... You are so tiny down there. Wait, watch this. Watch this. Boom. Big Jake is all blown up. Pop. Boop. Miniaturize Jake again. Okay. I have been getting bigger, though. I've been lifting with my 50-pound dumbbell. They're dumb. They're not smart. There is nothing smart about them. So, I wanted to show this moss agate under the microscope cam because Steve Bennett, the gentleman who thanked us in the book that we gave a shout out to last week, donated a piece of this moss agate to the show. This is, it's not moss agate, it's Mexican crazy lace. That's what it is. Okay, yeah. And look, it's got the two different categories. So we're going to do something really cool with this Mexican crazy lace agate. Not sure what yet. It looks exciting, though. I wonder if this little red spot is a hole. It looks like a hole, doesn't it? I can't really tell, though. It's so tiny. That's the red one there. Not that one. This one. I know. So let's take a look. Not that one, because that one is also a red one, but this one. Let's zoom in and see if there's depth to them. Or if it's just clarity. I don't know. We're going to have to poke it with something. We're going to have to scratch. Because I think those, I can see some glimmer. I think those are not filled in. But this one might be empty inside. Let's poke at it. Everybody get your poking sticks. Okay, that's about where we'll have to be. Zoom out, ski. I think it's too big. The tip of a barn nail is too big. It's too big. That's also where you can find me on OnlyFans. Hmm. I don't have a small enough poker. I'm gonna have to get a needle. We're gonna have to do that next week, aren't we? One other thing I wanted to try and do is look at this Labradorite. This Labradorite. I split this. This is from our previous Labradorite. Is over here. And I split it off of this. Not sure if there's anything here. Like, that's obvious with it not being polished. But this is the Labradorite area with the purple in it and the yellow and some orange. So that's our matching chunk there. And then this one has all of this orange on the other side. And then there's some blue up in the top corner. So I'm going to have to flatten this out and we'll get the blue and stuff, the blue and the orange. My spirit guide, Sarah, loves Labradorite. Oh, does she, Christina? Tell her that I have a little bit of spectrolite. And I'm trying to work with it. That's what this is right here. It's the rare Labradorite with all the colors, with the fuchsias and pink. It's pretty small, but I got it all in there. And I'm trying to do this other half of it because I cut it, and I'm trying to do like earrings, pair of earrings. And I also want to get a rainbowy one for a person who said that they like a rainbow gem. Trying to remember the gentleman's name. I go, so it's my birthday and I go do karaoke at the Village Theater, and there's a dude behind the bar and he's like, "You're my favorite comedian." He didn't know it was my birthday. Yeah, and he tells me that, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a great birthday present." So I'm gonna cut you a gem, and I gotta get his link. I am not up to having links and stuff. The problem is it's not a name. It's a different thing, and I got so many new links per week. I can't keep track of them all. I gotta ask him. Pendulum was a $50 Labradorite with sterling silver. Ooh, yeah, actually, I'm looking into different types of silver and different ways to mount and stuff like that, and trying to get an idea, because there's gold, solid gold wire, there's gold filled wire, and there's gold plated wire, and then there's different alloys of it, and different ways to fit. Like, it's filled with brass, it's filled with copper, it's filled with steel, and it has to do with how workable it is and how solderable it is, and there's a lot to learn in terms of the metals. But I'm excited to do that because, I mean, just putting gems on spoons has been a blast. It's like I can take the gem and make it into something that people can actually use and enjoy. It was a really big compliment. I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, I've had people tell me like, "Oh, you were the best comedian we saw tonight." I actually hear that quite a bit. I'm wondering, I should probably say I'm tooting my own horn here. But I'm not actually tooting a horn. I'm just bragging. I hear a lot. People are like, "Oh man, you were so funny. You were the best comedian." And I mean, that's kind of rough because comedians, we take a lot of pride in our performance, and I'm not the best comedian. I just tell, I got funny jokes, and I have bombed, so it's not every time, but it maybe it's because I only remember the good times. Cheers. Learn from the bad, remember the good. Silk rope is nice and inexpensive. Silk rope, sure. We could tie gems into jewelry. That's interesting. The problem is like drilling holes in gems. I was looking for our live stream. Oh yeah, I gotta release those because I've got just the one, and we were on the late one. And then I've also got the I don't have my walk through Times Square released. I need to do that. Maybe I should edit it so it's like watchable. Um Oh, why'd I buy that? And video. I'm getting sidetracked, right? So many things to look at under the microscope. I could look at more things, but I need to move on. And then we'll also have things to look at next week. Like this stump agate. I ground on it a little bit. There's really nothing to show this week. Um, so that's why I didn't really put it under the microscope. That plus I wanted to show the crazy lace, and thanks Steve for donating that to the show. We're gonna have to get to that because he donated that like 6 months ago. All right, what I bought is foam filler. I know I bought it before, but I bought it again, and I bought it different, and there was a reason. So I'm actually buying this foam filler to go into a unique structure. It's inside of a cabin area, and usually inside you've got like drywall and stuff and wood trim. That's pretty much what you got. Well, it has a big steel brace inside the main area of the structure. And you could cover it with like a timber frame so it'd have a timber frame look, but you don't need to. The point is we're trying to seal the center gap. It's been painted so it looks better and trim was put up, but really the center part, the bugs can go up into the overhangs and stuff and make their way inside. And so I'm trying to fill that, and I don't want to fill it with yellow foam, then I'll have to paint that. And there's a lot of drywall and all that stuff, and it's on the ceiling, etc. It's in a tough spot, so I wanted to get some black foam filler, and I'm looking at the foam and I'm like, I can get some black, right? They probably have black colored foam filler, and then most of them don't actually say what color they are, and the cap doesn't indicate the color either. I was thinking that with paint, but there is actually one brand that mentions what color it is, finished product, and what it's for. And they have black, which is for pond and stone outdoors. They have gray, which is for pest. They have orange, which is fire retardant, and the orange marks it. And then they've got the yellow gap filling, and then like the super gap filling, which I think is also yellow, or maybe it's cream colored. But that was the Great Stuff brand, and I bought it to do the job, and the reason I bought that one over the other ones is because it told me on the bottle that it's black. And that's what I'm going for. And that's what I bought. That's why I bought that. Have you ever bought black foam filler? And which one did you buy? The only one? Because that was it. It might not be the only one, but the other ones wouldn't say. That's what I bought, and that's why I bought that. No bugs. Yeah, well, just keeping the bugs from getting stuck in bad places. Bugs are stupid. I hate to admit it, but they are not necessarily the brightest, and they need to be coaxed. So this is going to create a barrier so that the bugs won't get themselves stuck, because they'll feel the heat and then they'll go get stuck under the insulation, and yeah, problems. And there a lot of them are ladybugs, so we want to be extra nice to them. We want to be gentlemanly. We want them to use the front door. I've only bought wood filler, and then you have to paint it and sand it. But which wood filler? Christina, there are so many wood fillers. Which one did you buy? Was it the one that had the biggest text on it that read wood filler? Or was it like some brand and there's a dude? Or was there like an on sale sign? And that brought you in to buy that one over the other one. Was there a size difference? Like this one's only available in this jar, and this one's available in a small jar and a big jug. And so you bought the small jar, and then you liked doing it, so you went back for the big jug. You know, the one you can sling over your shoulder on the way home. Jokes. Do I have them? I got a couple. I bought the Elmer's one because I figured Elmer's glue is very good, so I might as well try their wood filler, and it was good. It worked for what I needed. Is Elmer's good though? Is Elmer's good though? It's not good glue. Elmer's is terrible glue. Elmer's is affordable glue. Elmer's is the most affordable glue. And it's got the cow on there. And it's so mean because the cow glue. It's... Oh man. Glue. No, Elmer's, okay, Elmer's is good glue in terms of like craft glue. And Elmer's wood glue, and I've used their fiber wood filler, and that's good stuff. But when it comes to actual like construction adhesive, I go with liquid nails because it's stronger, it's sturdier. Uh, we all know Elmer's, which it's the power of a brand, right? They could change the formula, but we'd still buy it because it's the brand name. And you don't want to be the kid in school with the generic brand glue. Then you got to draw on the bottle to make it look cool with your off-brand markers that don't work very well, and you ran out of them because you tried to do your shoes, but you only got one shoe. Why do I have the seal and the chat's mixed up? Okay, moving this thing. There. Use the glue from the... When I want to use glue for projects with wood, I use the wood glue from the Dollar Tree. Believe it or not, it's the best. Okay, so the off-brand, it's the same stuff. They just maybe they mix, you know, like a different quantity or they filter it differently or something. They have a different production standard, but it's made in the same facility. Never bought that stuff. Colette, have you ever used foam filler? Where's our video? I haven't actually gotten this kunzite stone done. We'll let that roll while I try to make you laugh a little bit from my position down here in the corny corner. I don't like coffee because it tastes like bad breath. I was playing Skyrim and I asked some dude with a flute to hold my beer. And he says, no can do. I'm a no holds barred. That's a really stupid. That's like as dumb as my early jokes. Quantity, just filling you full of stuffing right here, just like Thanksgiving, and we're gonna get to those here in a little bit. I have more than the 12 jokes. I have my Thanksgiving jokes from last year. They're left over from last year. I'm too classy to eat cabbage. I only eat limousinage. Um, so here's one of my story jokes. So my girlfriend has this end table, you know, and she's been wanting to find the matching one to it for years, and she just really loved to have the one that matches it. And so I go down to the church rummage sale, and what do I see? Bam, the matching end table. And so I pick it up and I take it home and I get ready to hide it so that I can give it to her on her birthday. And then she tells me that she gave up on finding the matching one and she donated it to the church rummage sale. So basically, I donated to the church rummage sale so that we could keep up the search for one more year. Um, Chicken fried steak. I love me up some chicken fried steak because it is steak that was fried with chicken, and it's not the other way around. See, I am so burnt by corporation that I thought it was the other way around. I thought chicken fried steak was just a way to get around using the word steak without having beef, but it's not. I mean, I'm like, what's next? Vegetable fried steak? Selling me some fried green bean, corn, carrots, and calling it a steak? Um, I'm so professional, I only use pronouns. I wouldn't dare use amateur nouns. And I don't know what pronouns are. That's probably also because I'm a professional. That one needs to be reorganized. I got a job working at SpaceX, but they said I have to stop calling it that. A new book idea. The Good, the Bad, and the Snuggly. No, the Good, the Sad, and the Snug... No, that one's dumb. That doesn't make sense either. Where did I write that down? I must have... Okay. Exfoliate. Yes. It's that soap. There's soap, and it's like, this soap will help you exfoliate. And I'm like, what do you mean exfoliate? Like foliage? I'm not a tree, although I have been hugging them. So maybe I need to exfoliate. I met a martial artist from Hawaii, and he showed me the Hawaiian punch. Speaking of things that are tasty, this year I didn't eat any Thanksgiving leftovers. I quit cold turkey. Now I just gotta make sure I don't ham it up. Thanks to Colette for that tag. That was a Facebook thing. And my Aunt Joanne complimented you on that, Colette. Gravy is my favorite side dish. What's your guys' favorite side dish? I mean, do you have a favorite side dish? Mine's whiskey, but my second favorite is gravy. I mean, I like gravy so much I had it hooked up to the sprinkler system. My ideal gravy boat is a yacht on a lake made of gravy. And I gotta be careful eating all of that gravy because, like, I'm reminded every time I see the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade balloons, if I eat all that gravy, I'm gonna get so gassy you'll have to hold me down with ropes. Yeah, if I eat a bunch of erasers, will I disappear away from this here joke portion of the program? I have an Aunt Joanne too. Maybe we're related. Oh, that's cool. The church was happy you donated and bought the stuff back. Oh, that's good stuff. Me too. Doesn't that just sound like fun? I mean, 0 G's, except for the spot. The 0 G spot. Okay. Yam low is my favorite side. Candies, yams, pineapples, them toasted marshmallows on top. Mmm. Yeah, new material every week when or every show. I gotta start doing it every week. I'm getting back to where I got gems. We're gonna try and do either Prey Night or Rose Quartz next week, and in a couple weeks we'll do this big old ruby. And I thought I had some other stuff, but yeah, hopefully I can finish this Rose Quartz, and then we'll do a Labradorite so I can get that to an awesome fan of mine. So I want to thank you all for coming out and being wonderful, hanging out with me. Seeing this Lepidolite. Okay, the chocolate gem is right here. I'm showing it. I'm pulling it out and showing it. So, it's not done because it needs to go. Where's the dop set? It needs to go on a dop, and I need a dop that's small enough to clear it, which is also why I haven't finished Colette's ring, is because I need a 2mm dop, and the shipping is like $70, and the dop is $12, and I want to get an extra lap because I have that 8,000 grit lap, and it's working out, but I need one in between it. I need like a 4,000. Actually, I need a couple. I need like a 2,000 and a 4,000. Somewhere, it's in one of the DOP boxes, which should be here. Nope. No, I did stick it on a DOP. That's right. It fits on the 3mm DOP. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's actually on a DOP, and it's okay, which one is it? Which one is it? It's on the list. I've got Rose, the Peridot for Vicky's Rocks, and the Chocopal. And then the Ametrine Grab and Aquamarine. Okay. Yes, that is the list, and that is the set. But yes, that is what we were doing. It's on the DOP, and we're going to try and shape it. See if we can get through all of them this week. And hopefully I'll be able to see you next week. And going forward at every week at 9 p.m. Eastern. Have a wonderful week. Do your best to make it the best so that the following week will be easier. I'll see you next time.